people of the internet, how do you? I'm the F-King Guy, and today we're doing Podcasting is Fun with Mark Plant from 100 Things We Learned from Film. We will be discussing how microphones work and why you need a good one, because a good microphone will always work. I'm kidding, we're talking about a film called Inherit the Witch, the trailer of which is coming up now.
I've been having dreams since I came here about the house. Tell me what you remember.
I don't know, it's a blur. I used to have nightmares about it.
Do you remember the basement?
Are you a witch?
Soon we'll make a new family.
What has she done to deserve a penny of your father's money?
Something's wrong. Something's coming.
Are you the devil?
That would make you
A devil worshipper.
How you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. So time is weird, isn't it? You know, last time we chatted was about the Cimarron's documentary Harder Than the Rock.
Still not released.
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago in real time, in podcast time. It come out about 5 minutes before this one. It's great.
Ah, nice. Okay, cool.
So in that time, I've been away, been off work for 2 weeks, been in Berlin for one of them, and this film was waiting for me when I got back. So, yep, on Friday, woke up, had my usual coffee and vegan donuts in Brammerballs, headed over to the new National Gallery to see some Warhol artwork. Yeah, not many soup cans and pop art stuff. It's more cocks, bums and rim jobs.
Oh, I've got to add that to the list this week. We're in the capital this week. I've got to get my supply of rim jobs.
Oh, that's in Berlin.
Oh, right, bollocks. Right, okay. Oh, well, we'll just get a cheap flight over.
Yeah.
Anything for cocks and balls.
Yeah, it's more of his sexual liberated work, you know, a couple of portraits of drag queens and himself in drag, as well as some stuff that hasn't seen the light of day for a while because of the graphic nature. It was quite refreshing.
Like watercolours.
Yeah, pain,
Cool.
anger.
Super.
Yeah, had another coffee, then flew home, unpacked, had a huge curry, and then when the missus was in bed, I slapped on Inherit the Witch.
It's a nighttime film, and no doubt. I did think you were opening this with. I had my donuts and my coffee, and I watched Inherit the Witch at like 9:40 in the morning. So I'm glad you didn't.
No, it was about 11 when I put it on in the end. This is one you chose, or more accurately, your lady wife chose to watch.
She did. She's not a podcaster, and I thought we could probably ease her into film reviews through some British horror, because she loves horror. She loves British films, don't we all? But she's just not quite there yet. So it wasn't quite the film for her.
Yeah, not a fan of her own voice on recording as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, there's one person in this house. There's two of us in the house, if we include one of the cats, who love the sound of our own voices. She is not one.
That's fair enough. It's actually a red flag of mine. If someone loves the sound of their own voice when doing this stuff straight away, it's like, nah.
Oh, right, okay. I'll make a note of that.
Slightly untrustworthy. Shifty.
Sociopath, mate. That's the problem.
It's just
my
slightly
issue.
too far apart from... So let's get into this, shall we? In 1984, a family throws a birthday party for twins Cory and Jessie. 30 years later, what's left of the family reunites for the father's funeral at two isolated houses in the New Forest, England. Historically a hotbed of witchcraft, there horrific truths are slowly uncovered about the family's occult pact with an ancient evil that's secretly been at the core of their wealth and power, as the remaining siblings uncover the true bloody darkness behind their inheritance. Written and directed by Cradeaux Alexander. I'm pronouncing that very wrong, probably.
Of course.
Yep. The Inherit the Witch is a psychological horror movie that features supernatural drama, occult thrills, and central gay characters. Starring Cradeaux Alexander, again, pronounced wrong. Rohan Quine, probably pronounced wrong. Heather Cairns, again, pronounced wrong. And Christopher Sherwood.
You can't have got that wrong.
I couldn't, and I slurred for it. Ah, damn. So there you go. That's all the details, all the press, and let's get into the review. Good start.
I mean, look, it opens. It's your standard horror genre opening with a happy birthday song that isn't copyrighted. Although I'm pretty certain the happy birthday song isn't copyrighted anymore.
I think they figured it wasn't, but there's people
Those
still
two
fighting
sisters, wasn't it? Those two sisters wrote it, and Michael Jackson bought the rights? Question mark. Did that happen, or did I imagine that?
Possibly, I don't know. I think it's only ever been done right for me once in Todd and the Book of Pure Evil. They did a happy birthday song, which is actually really catchy.
Yeah.
And this is just happy birthday, happy birthday. That's the happy joy, isn't it?
Better song.
Yeah, I'll play a clip of it anyway for the show. It is it goes on far too long and it's very annoying.
Happy birthday, Jessie and Cory. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Jessie and Cory. Happy birthday,
It is, and it's twins, Basil, birthday. I don't think I say that about children. They do Twister at a family do, which is it's always awkward, isn't it? You can't be doing Twister at a family party.
No, it's slightly off from the get-go as well, because they're doing the old footage and it's on a handheld video camera from 1984. And I'm not a connoisseur of the shot on video genre, although I do have a book behind me.
Bollocks, you are.
Ow. There you go.
There he goes. Oh, nice one. Oh, I've seen that. Is it good? Of course.
It's huge, so you can't really sort of take it anywhere. It's Analog Nightmares if you're interested.
Yeah, my guerrilla filmmaker's handbook is far too big to take anywhere. And people will go, "Oh, look at him, pretentious wanker."
It's the same as the Scarred for Life book.
Yes,
it's an amazing book, but it's so big and the writing is so small. You can't even read it in bed. It's so bulky.
Yeah, see also Music by David Byrne. It's an impossible read, and it's really fucking heavy, because when you fall asleep and drop that on your face, that explains my boxer's nose. Never boxed around, but I have dropped Music by David Byrne on my face a number of times. Sorry, there's a film here.
Yeah, I'm not a connoisseur of those films, but I have seen enough of them to know it's supposed to doesn't look and sound like this at all. You're supposed to be able to have this massive hiss on it, and I'm sure if we're doing 100 things we learned from film, the better half of the podcast would have figured out what camera it was, how much it cost, and all that kind of stuff.
And what film Chevy Chase used it in. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bad start, and the Foley on it as well, the sound is really off. Not even...
Yeah, there's some real mistakes made with sound throughout the film, I think.
Yeah,
but from the very onset, I've got to say, I love independent film. I love it when someone's doing something that is their idea and their concept, and it's start to finish their thing. Get some experts in, please.
Yeah, and this part is something we return to throughout the film, often without warning or signs that we have, aside from this slight change in image quality. Which doesn't always, because they're using the normal camera and then they switch to the fake video camera stuff, even when they're in a flashback.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of the main exposition of the film comes from those parts where they're sort of going back in time, explaining what's going on. But yeah, they fast forward 30 years. Weird time to go forward to 2014.
But these kids are meant to be 14. At this point, I couldn't quite figure out. So are they 54 now? Are they?
Yeah,
58.
14. 44. They'd be our age.
They'd be a little bit older than us, wouldn't they? No. If they were 14 in 1984?
Yeah, but they only fast forward 30 years.
Oh, sorry. Right. Okay. Got you.
Yeah,
okay.
But that's what I'm saying. It's an odd year to go to. So I'm guessing they wrote it in 2014.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But the patriarch has died, and the older Cody is big. It starts off with him getting a blowjob from his male friend.
And it just shows exactly how married I am, because I was certain he was snoring himself awake.
Again, with the Foley on that one, it's a bit comical.
Yeah, Lars, his partner, husband, boyfriend. Swedish Lars, by the way.
Yeah, he's my favourite character in the film.
You know he's Swedish because he's got a collarless shirt on.
Yeah, so he's getting a blowjob, gets up, gets a phone call from his brother, who's also in the area for a funeral. We get another bunch of exposition about films and relationships, and you find out the father's dead, money's involved, witchcraft is afoot, and the story unravels from there. The stepsister, Jessie, is returning home. Is it Jessie? Yeah, probably the name. Fiona. Fiona's the sister. Yeah. She's the one on the bike, isn't she? Yeah, she's returning home after being away for a while, and apparently no one is too fond of her, but I can't figure out why. I assume because she cycled around the world or something. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. She's in therapy. She's the weird one. She's not that weird, though. In fact, of all of them, she's arguably the most normal. Yeah. But that's sort of there's the film really, and sort of it unfolds from there with the witchcraft angle and the. So we have this sexy witch at the beginning. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that because it's children involved, but with this really kind of like attractive, sexy witch at the beginning, and as we go through the film, she kind of is perforated throughout the movie with Rex, that I didn't really understand what was going on with Rex. He was the one filming at the beginning, and then he becomes some sort of, I don't know, concubine or support to the witchcraft. I didn't know if there was some stuff we're missing in terms of our knowledge of witchcraft here. Or we're not being introduced to characters as we probably should be. But I just, yeah. All those noises. There's a few points, because throughout the film there's a little bit where somebody is on the phone, and I want to say it's Cory, which is Cradeaux Alexander's character, and he's eating a peanut butter sandwich just before he has to put across some really important exposition. Now, I love peanut butter. But if I'm on a conference call with work, or if I'm in a meeting, I'm not going to take a bite of a sandwich of peanut butter and then go what? Sound like I'm having a blowjob orgasm, like at the beginning. But that's because you're a professional podcaster. You know, not be claggy before talking into a microphone. I paid a lot of money for a course to be a professional podcaster. Yeah, and. There's so many good ideas. There are so many good ideas here, and I'm not here to piss on this guy's work, because we've all got one of these in us, and fucked. If one day I was saying this to Joe the other day. One day I'm going to do my own version of this, and you are all going to rip it apart because it's going to be very, very bad. This has a lot of good stuff in it. It's got a lot. Rachel said to me, I've made some notes of what Rachel said, and she said, for the first time in the film, I feel her distress. This was the sister. Yeah. Is there an English Twin Peaks? If not, maybe this is it. Trying too much to be smart, or is it arty, or is it smarty? You know, she got it all. She's got it all, from found footage to porno. She's picked it all out there. You know, why she's not on this, I've no idea. Yeah, she's got all the lines. You know, so it's got some ideas. It's just confusing and very incongruous with its style. Like it will jump between the split screens and head-mounted cameras, and let's say the video camera footage, the VHS footage. Yeah, they go from serious talk about death, quite open talk about sex. And then there's a scene where they're casting a spell where the music, the setup, and the script is more reminiscent of a children's TV show. Yeah. Oh, I'd forgotten about that, because it's been a week since I watched this. Yeah. That's weird. Izzy busy, let's get lazy. Wizzy, let's get busy. Yeah. So I don't know what style it's going for. Is it slightly comical? And that's like Rachel's put down as like it's trying to be smart. Yeah. Is it smart? we don't know. Is it like actual witchcraft stuff we don't know about? Are they into that kind of thing?
Well, your character Rex, played by Rohan Quine or Quine, he's very specific type of character, and I can't help thinking that he's bought those turtlenecks from home. He's done his own hairstyling himself, and I wanted to think he was fun, but I wasn't entirely sure we were supposed to think he was fun. I think we were supposed to think he was really
scary?
Creepy. Yeah, I think we were supposed to think he was scary. Yeah,
it does get like kind of scary when is it Fiona? Yeah, Fiona.
Yeah.
She does go off, gets hit on the head. She does the running around the woods part, and there's like finding the dead bodies. Sorry, spoilers. Stuff happens, and that's when you kind of get, this is kind of good. It's a bit generic, but it's working. And then it goes off and does the whole smart thing again, and body possession, and it's sort of saying this person's really evil, or this person's not liked, but it's not explained why.
No. That I almost felt I wasn't. I make this reference all the time when we talk about The World's End, which is the last of the Cornetto trilogy films. I like The World's End very much, but I'm not connected to The World's End like I am to Shaun of the Dead or I am to Hot Fuzz, because I feel like I'm not really in on the joke, and it's been 11 years since that, and I still don't feel like I'm in on the joke. Either that or I'm Gary King, which people have said I am Gary King in the past. But I honestly don't feel like I'm in on the joke, and it feels like that. And this feels like I'm not smart enough for it, or I don't have enough knowledge for it. And I think so. There's a disconnect between me and a lot of the characters. There's a lot of things that I kind of went, that's funny and that's cute, and I liked that. I absolutely. And you cannot tell me that Alexander hasn't written these little bits in. Christopher Sherwood, Lars, who I turned to Rachel and went, that guy's Swedish. He's a Swedish actor. His accent's super. And I'm not just saying this because I've just added him on LinkedIn the other day. I followed him on LinkedIn, and he looked at my profile and obviously went, who the fuck are you? Hopefully this review makes him look at my profile and go, how very dare you, sir? But his accent's excellent. He's got obviously the collared shirt, and then at some point he sat there, and again, proof that he's Swedish. He's reading The Girl That Kicked the Hornet's Nest by Stieg Larsson, but as Rachel pointed out, he's reading it in English. Why was he reading the translation? But again, I'm pretty sure the director and the writer is looking and going, it's good, this, and if you've noticed this, you're my kind of people. So I think we're going to do all right if he ever listens to this. Yeah.
There was one line I didn't quite know if it was comedy or not, but when Fiona's falling off a bike, they take a photo of her.
Yeah.
And send it through to him, and then he goes, "What's the number for the emergency?" And it's 999, isn't it? It's like,
yeah. Well, this is a really good point, because they're American. Question mark.
I think they are
supposed to be American, and I think Fiona as a child was American, but the accent's really not great.
It's just it's set in England, and lots of people have English accents, and I didn't know. I say it's confusing, and no one was hateable or likeable enough to really root for or rally against. So it's got this middle ground of
Yeah.
Again, noises.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. There were so many good things in it, and probably not the music, which I assume was made by non-union Rick Wakeman.
Alongside the film's release, fans will be able to discover the beguiling, terrifying soundtrack by French composer Francois Evans, combining old and new musical flavour. They don't make scores like this anymore. Available,
thank God,
via iamrecordings.com. That was actually in the press as well. I didn't know that one. Yeah.
Okay, that's
it didn't work for me.
Yeah, it was really pitchy at points. And I don't know anything about music, but I know what just doesn't work in my ears.
Yeah. So for me, like you, I like an underdog, and I always push a film that's, if it's not great, fun at the same time. I'll say watch it, but this isn't really on that level. It's not enjoyable enough to say, yeah, you should watch it. But yeah.
If you like British horror and you like indie stuff, give it a go. You might see something that I didn't. My positives, my absolute pluses, were the disused rail depot that the house is built on. I absolutely love that particular set that they found. The makeup looked fantastic. Locations were good. The acting, for the most part, was pretty good. It was just a confusing hodgepodge, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, I did look up the creators online because obviously Cradeaux is got the trifecta: writer, director, and star.
You love to see it, yeah. Yeah,
that's always got the stench of a vanity project, and those ones I'm like, yeah, you can kind of have a laugh at them. But I did find out he's actually more an artist than an actor. He's got a few roles, but he did star in, standing out like a sore thumb on the resume, Oz. Not in Kansas anymore, Oz, but the brutal prison drama.
The
Oz.
brutal prison thing. Oh right,
yeah,
I only ever saw a little bit of that. I should maybe.
Yeah, and he's.
I probably should go back.
Credited as drag queen.
Okay, all right.
Their art is represented by the Saatchi Gallery. It isn't too bad if you're into modern art. And the producer Rohan Quine also starred as Brother Rex in 13 episodes of Oz. Again, they were in Zoolander, Basketball Diaries, and a whole heap of other things over the years.
Fucking hell!
Guessing as an extra. Yeah, I mean
real movies. Yeah.
The Vimeo page has got 1,005 videos on it, which has got some really weird gems of their career. Got the Oz clips on there. There's promos for the 1997 MTV Music Video Awards, which I remember actually watching again. As I was watching about, I remember that one. It's like the Year of No Doubt and that kind of thing.
Men in Black won that. Will Smith, Men in Black. My God, how do I remember that? Maybe I don't.
Yeah, they've had careers over the years. Not massive things, but there's a lot of stuff online with them. Done a lot of stuff. So yeah, they've got ambitions and talent, and it's just
absolutely
all together.
100%. I want to see these people again doing something else.
When you look at it, you see their stuff is not in the traditional approach to things. And I'm wondering why this doesn't work, because we were expecting a traditional story and style.
I'm here for that. I'm absolutely here for that. If we see them doing fucking retrospective somewhere, or I don't know, an installation, or I don't know, maybe they've got a fucking Tommy Wiseau's room in them. I don't know. But I'd welcome seeing some more stuff again. I think the people at Lux Films, they've put it out there, and we watched it. Watch it if you like decent location scouting. That's what I'll say.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Today it is your birthday. Yay, 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 yay.
Cool. Give us your links. We can get out of here.
100 Things We Learned from Film, the podcast that tries to learn 100 things from every film. I'd love to have a go at this one, actually. It'd be quite good. You'll get us at 100thingswelearnedfromfilm.co.uk. We do loads of bits and pieces. We like to watch films that you've seen, films that you've seen, films that you haven't, the history of films that have not been released by Lux Films. But yeah, so get on that if you want to hear two blokes chatting shit about
the history and legacy of
camcorders from 1984. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. As always, you can find me on Totalcultzone.com. Stuff is on now.
Good stuff. Sweet stuff.
See you around.
Bye, guys.
God, that was a shit ending.
No, you'll
Fix it, guys.